I'm Kit, and this is Caleb.
And we're the Trophy Bros.
Welcome to our podcast.
Listen as we share our crazy,
Off the wall,
and oftentimes ridiculous thoughts.
enjoy the episode. Well, welcome back to the Trophy Bros podcast. It's been a minute, man.
Hot minute.
It's been a minute.
Hot minute.
Yeah, it's great to be back in the seat here. And we're going to be starting with episode 19. It's a little different than our past episodes. It's what do you think, man? And it's going to be just some little debate topics. Nothing serious, nothing. I mean, because you hear debate right now at this time of year.
Oh, yeah. It's like presidential, like I hate your guts.
Yeah, exactly. So,
You're a communist.
So we're going to try to make it a little less dramatic and a little bit more fun, I would say. So I guess we'll just dive on in. I mean, unless you have anything you want to add from
I'm
what's
good.
been going on, but
I'm good, dude. Let's do it.
okay. Well, so the first question I have is,
Well, actually, hold on, time out. Who are you
Okay.
voting for?
who am I voting
I'm
for?
kidding. Don't answer
It's that person. I'm voting for that person.
Oh, that seems like the masculine when you say that person.
Well, how do you want me to say it then?
Those people.
Those people? Okay, that person. Oh,
Him, her.
him, her, yeah.
My name's Caleb, and I identify as a him.
Speaking of that, I
He,
know
him.
this is
He,
totally off subject, but did you see that video of the cop pulling the person over?
Biden as a cat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, that cop was on point and
It was.
to the. Oh, it was hilarious.
Yep.
But anyways,
Get your rabies shot.
speaking of cats,
Cats.
dogs, whatever people
goldfish.
have, do you think
ferrets.
pets really make people happier?
I do. I actually do. I mean, I think it's a quality of life. Like you have all of these, what are they? The assisted pets,
Yeah.
assisted animals.
Yeah, emotional
So,
support animals,
Well, yeah, that. But
support animals. Let's just call them that.
yeah, that's the thing. That's a whole nother thing there. Like what identifies? I think you should have to get like a card. That card, like it's like registering a boat. Like maybe the vest that an animal wears should have like a series
The
of numbers.
TX numbers,
Yeah,
the identification number. Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
I
just to
agree.
say that that's legit. Then you have people who police it.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't too long ago that person brought that little Shetland pony on the airplane as
yeah.
their emotional support animal.
Yeah,
I'm like, are you serious?
yeah. Then everybody has to smell its poop on that plane.
Yeah.
and all that air is recirculated.
Yeah.
So Shetland pony poop particles are in the air everywhere. I mean, that's just stupid.
Yeah. No, I do agree. I mean, especially, with the loss of, a loved one or something like that, and that pet's there for you when you get home and stuff like that. So I can see, but man, I can also, my dogs, they irritate the fire out of me too sometimes.
Well, I mean, you think about it, this is a good way to judge that is like when one of your pets pass away, are you upset?
Are you holding a funeral for it?
Yeah. I mean, to me, that would seem like that would be a justifiable way. I saw a video just this morning on TikTok. It was a girl who had lost her python for 4 months. Like it had just gotten out, and I guess they just thought it got out the door or what, and it did. It got out, and I don't even know how they found it, but they were digging in the flower bed,
Oh, no.
and it was like one of those white and yellow pythons, but it wasn't like a ginormous one. It was like a baby one.
Still, no.
And it was like, but you could hear this woman, young lady,
Ecstatic.
she was crying because she was so happy
Oh, wow.
that she found. And then like, you swipe over to that person's profile and you see like the next video, and they're like bathing it and all this and just rejoicing. After 4 months, we just thought it was lost and blah, blah, blah. And so to find it, digging a hole in the flower bed,
Man.
and it was like there, and they were like, "Oh, be careful pulling it out." I'm like cutting it up into pieces and bringing it out.
Yeah.
There's no
Oh,
good
yeah.
snake except for a dead snake.
Yeah, that's the only good snake.
But yeah, I mean, it's the weirdest animals, like ferrets. What is the weirdest?
Potbelly pigs. I mean, I've seen so many emotional support stuff through reels. I'm like, how does that even there should be some kind of qualification.
Yep, I'm sure there is. It's just not reinforced.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
My thing
I'm just waiting for somebody to walk through Tractor Supply with an emu or something. Like, yeah, this is my emotional support.
The Liberty commercial.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Guy with the yellow shirt and mustache and sunglasses.
yeah, just
Right
walking
there.
around. You know,
That'll be somebody's Halloween costume. I guarantee you. I guarantee you somebody will do that. If
I bet
not,
so it'd be close.
we'll do it.
Who's gonna be the emu?
I don't know. Do you want to be the emu?
No,
No.
thank you.
But
I don't know.
what is the weirdest pet though that anybody could have?
To me, it's a snake. Like I said, I don't do
Spiders?
snakes. I don't do
Snake and spider.
I don't do that kind of.
What about a pet rock? Yeah, when was that ever?
That was a thing
It was?
back in the day, like
It
80s,
was.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
80s.
like pet rock. Somebody.
Made a ton of money by saying, "Here's your pet rock.
Yeah, here's your pet
Let's
rock.
go pick up a bunch of rocks, put them in a box, package them up, and say,
Name
my
'em.
pet rock,
What do you name a pet rock?
Rocky."
Yeah, that's the typical go-to one. Stalactite.
Yeah,
Call it stag for short.
yeah,
I don't know.
but yeah, man.
Yeah, I would say. Well, who do you? I say what is the weirdest animal that somebody has ever had as a pet, but I think about that for you and your life. Who do you know somebody? What is the weirdest pet that you know of somebody having?
So my brother, he actually had a little ballpoint. I don't know if that's the correct ballpoint python or something, but he actually had one. And this is when we were living on our own already. And I went over there because we were is right before my wedding. And me and my brother, we talked about maybe writing a song for my wife and stuff. And so we were over there just playing the guitar. And I remember, my brother saying, I've lost my snake somewhere in the house.
No.
I was like, what? He's like, I haven't looked for it. I came home, it wasn't, and I knew you were coming over, so I haven't found it. I'm like, that's not a worry? Like, I hate snakes.
It's not poisonous, but I mean, still, it's a snake.
And so he's like, no, I haven't found it yet. And he didn't find it till like the next day. And it was like stuck in between the couch cushions that I was sitting on. And I'm like, you're lucky I didn't find it because I would have
You could have
screamed like a little girl, jumped.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So yeah, my brother. But I've known people that had, like the sugar gliders and stuff.
Yeah, that's weird.
And those are weird too.
Like, whoever thought of the idea of having like a pet gerbil, a pet hamster, basically a pet rat?
I had a pet gerbil or a hamster one, a dwarf hamster.
Well, I've had a hamster too, but they
And
were the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
Stank.
Yeah, it stank.
Like, who thought
dumb.
about bringing that inside the house?
I don't know. But
I do have a former student of mine though who she has a snake.
Nope.
I mean, and she's grown. She has kids. She has like a 6 or 7 year old boy and a younger daughter, and they like love the snake. But they also got a pet rat, which
Makes no sense.
it doesn't. No, but
Contradicting, ain't it?
it is contradictory, and they wound up having to feed that rat to the snake. I mean, it's like they bought the rat to feed to the snake, but then they became so attached to the rat. I mean, and I would see pictures of her on Facebook with like it laying on her chest as she's like laying on the couch, and she would be. I'm like, that's a rodent. That's like carry diseases.
Yeah,
and I know that if you maintain it, and it's not gonna,
blah blah,
but it's still a rat.
It is.
And I think that she had like a hard time, but I think from what I understood, Mindy told me that she fed that rat to the snake.
Wow.
And like they had like this, she was upset, which I can imagine. I mean, like, do you show your kids that instant? Like, did they become attached to the rat? Did they watch the snake, which I'm sure they love the snake too. And it's like picking your favorite kid. Like, which one?
Exactly.
It's like, I love my snake better, so sorry, my little baby rat that I love so much. Sucks to be you.
But no, so I guess the overall sentence is yes, pets do make people happier.
Yeah, and maybe they don't make other people happy that you have that pet, though.
It is what it is. I'm talking about making the person happier. I don't care about anybody else.
Yeah, but I don't want to go to anybody's house that has a snake, especially if it's out.
Yeah, for sure. So, next dumb topic. If you had to choose
I had to choose.
to go without no deodorant or no AC. Because let me tell you, if you had both of these, how ripe would that get?
If you went without both?
Yeah. No
Yeah.
deodorant and no AC?
dude,
You talk about a sweaty stank.
so when we do our podcast, we turn off all the fans because they make no noises, and it picks up in the mic and all that kind of stuff. And so we got the hot lights shining on us.
Yeah.
And this room itself just doesn't get enough AC, and it's just a weird room. It was added onto our house. But yeah, typically in the perfect scenario, I would rather have AC than deodorant. There's no need for deodorant.
Oh, dude.
If you maintain yourself and you have good AC.
Dude. No deodorant?
I mean, what classify? I mean, could you do different?
I have to have deodorant. So, like, I'm gonna say I'm a deodorant freak. I put deodorant on 3 times a day.
Goodness.
3 times a day.
I'm
I put
lucky
it on.
if I remember to put it on at all.
I put it on first thing in the morning before I go to work. I put it on because I normally get off around lunchtime. So I take a shower, get all the dirt and everything off, and so I put it on again. But then I have to put it on before I go to bed. Because if I don't put it on before I go to bed, I feel like I'm just sticking to myself, man.
Do you get like hot and sweaty when you sleep? Like, do you
No.
run
But
in your sleep?
it's just the fact of like it feels like I'm rubbing raw. So I gotta have the deodorant. So I can't.
Get you some
I can
silk
go without
pajamas.
AC. I think I could.
No, not me.
I think I could.
There's nothing.
Give me
more.
a fan and I'll be okay. As long as I have just air
That's a
moving.
form of
No.
AC.
I said AC. I didn't say fans. We said AC.
Dude,
As long as I have a fan, air moving, I'm fine.
There's something about being hot and like to the point to where you can't cool off that just makes me want to like punch a hole in the wall.
That
Like
too.
it just like.
But
have you ever? I remember a very
have you ever
distinct.
smelt somebody that didn't have deodorant on?
I have,
And
I
it doesn't-
I don't have to hang around those people though.
But you would if we had to choose this.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
I wouldn't hang around those people who stank. You could take a shower, use
Lotion.
use soap and water, shampoo, and then just wash yourself.
Well, I do that every single day.
I know you do that,
But I
I'm not
still
saying
have
you
to.
don't.
I still have to have my deodorant.
Is
3
that
times
more of
a day.
a mental thing, or is that genuinely? Do you think that helps you?
I think it helps me.
I mean, I could see you doing it once,
No.
and helping you, but to do it 3 times.
No,
Are
3
you
times.
Are you addicted?
Maybe.
Do we need to have a little intervention here?
But no, I have to.
Kit, your deodorant usage has
skyrocketed.
has hurt me in this way.
Yeah.
It overpowers my nostrils.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I think as long as I can have some kind of air moving, I have to have my deodorant.
And I remember very distinctly waking up at deer camp in the middle of the night, like the heater was going. It's cold and it's wintertime, but inside of our travel trailer at that time,
It was hot.
It was hot, and then you have blankets on you, like a heated blanket, and then you have, and I remember waking up just like to the point where I just wanted to scream in the middle of the night. It's like, Lord, if this is like what hell is like, nobody should ever want to go there. It's like where your skin, like it's almost like where the hair follicles on your arms and legs are hurting so bad, like somebody's pulling them one by one because you're so hot, and it's like.
See, when I'm hot, I just use the flat sheet.
I
That's
do
all I
too,
use.
but I'm just saying when there's certain times to where you just can't get enough. Like even it's one of those things. I've tried sleeping like with nothing on, and I get more hot sleeping with nothing on than I do wearing a shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
And that's weird to me. I don't know why that is. But I've tried that in those moments. Like I'm shucking clothes, trying to get somewhat cold. Like, you know, when you get hot enough and you're sweating enough and you just kind of slowly breathe on yourself.
Yeah.
And it gives you some. I'm trying that. I'm like
Blowing all over.
I'm trying to get waving my arms around, like trying to create some wind because the sweat that's on you is going to help cool you when the wind goes.
Well, you know, that's why a lot of people in my industry wear the long sleeve shirts during the summer is to keep the sweat in. And then when you do get a breeze, it is cooler.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's been one of the reasons why I've grown a beard in the summer too, is for that same thing. It holds in moisture.
yeah.
And stuff like that, which a lot of people just don't understand. Why are you doing that? Why, that seems like it'd be so much hotter. I'm like, well, dunk your face in a thing of water and it holds water in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So you're having to have the AC, huh?
I have to have AC.
Dude, you're going to stink.
No, because I'll take a shower. I would rather take 3 showers a day and still have AC.
Even with the water prices the way they are?
I'll recycle water. It's not so
That's
much.
even just as worse.
It's
dude.
not so much getting.
Like I can't even take a bath
Well,
because
no, that is gross.
I mean you're bathing in your own filth, and so now you're saying you're going to recycle water.
Yeah, especially in the shower, because sometimes I pee in the shower.
Yeah, which is actually good for your feet.
No, it's not.
Urine? Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It kills your athlete's
It
foot.
gives you athlete's
No,
foot.
it doesn't. It kills it.
Mm-mm.
That's what I've always been told.
Well, that's somebody just justifying peeing in the shower with you. Like, you know, you and your wife and you take showers together, and then where you pee on her feet, like this is for your own good.
No, I don't do that. But
Like I've heard of like urine like taking the sting out of like jellyfish,
yeah,
but it's no.
that and I'm saving water too by peeing in the shower.
Are you?
That way I don't have to flush the toilet. It's just going down the drain.
Well, you could follow if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. Type
We do to a point.
to a point.
To a point. If it's yellow, let it mellow. But anyways,
Like I don't flush in the middle. Like when I'm an old man and I get up like 2 times a night to pee, and I don't flush in the middle of the night because I don't want it to wake my wife up.
then it'll be stinking when you get back up in the
Mhm.
morning.
It's one of those very first
Yeah.
first pee of the day
Yeah,
when you wake up.
and it stinks.
Have you ever drank pee? Just curious.
No, never.
Not even as a kid. Like
Never.
Hey, I'm curious. What does it taste like?
No, never.
All right.
Have you? Since you asked that question,
When I was like a kid,
you drank pee as a kid.
yeah, I've heard that like the very
You
first.
heard it was good for you.
Yeah, I heard it.
It cured athlete's foot.
No, like there was like one of those taboo shows that it talked about all the different things like that was taboo, obviously. And there was like some people believe like if you drink your urine the very first, I don't do this,
Oh,
but there are some people that believe that there's so much nutrients in your urine, the very first urine that your body has stored up,
no.
and you're peeing it out. I'm like that doesn't make sense.
It
Like
doesn't because your body is
that's toxin.
Yeah.
That's like waste.
getting rid of it
Yeah.
for a reason.
You know, yeah. When I was a kid, I tried it once because I thought, like, maybe what if I get lost in the woods, like, and I need to
Oh
drink
my gosh, dude.
survival. Like, how do you filter that? And as soon as it, like,
Do you
no,
think?
Nope.
Do you think a like a survival straw would
Yeah, I think it would.
take all the toxins out of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's liquid. Anything that I think that has moisture in it has a certain amount of water.
Right, but I'm just saying. Do you think if you had a life straw that you would do that?
No, I wouldn't want to. It'd be like a last resort.
Dude, I don't. There's no way I could.
I say we do
I
that
don't-
next
I
on our
don't-
20th episode.
I don't care.
I'm gonna fill up a gallon jug. It's gonna take
Why
me
don't
a
you
while.
just fill up a glass and buy you a life straw to try it?
No, we're gonna do it.
No, you're gonna do it. I'm
No.
not doing nothing.
No, we're doing it.
No,
We're doing it.
I am not drinking urine.
It's not urine. It's water.
No, it's not.
Through a life straw.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Salty.
all right. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next dumb thing.
All right.
So
Hold on. Moving on from a dumb thing. We talked about placenta recipes.
yeah,
Did you get that video that I forwarded you about that woman who has like 12 kids and she talked about eating her placenta?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't done anything on my phone. I've been so busy.
Yeah. You'll have to go and check it out.
Yeah,
Like I was thinking about getting in contact with her and seeing if she would forward
some
like,
recipes.
like, well, just
So we can put it
write
in our book.
write the intro to our book. Like,
Placentas aren't that bad.
she talks about how she talked about how she cooked them, and then she talked about like giving birth out in the woods versus like she didn't go to the hospital to give birth to her kids, and she's had like over 10, like 11 or 12. She talked about how one kid she didn't get the placenta. She wasn't able to eat the placenta.
Wow.
I don't know why. I don't remember
Oh.
why, but it was crazy. And I thought, man, she would be like the spokesperson for our placenta recipe book. Maybe we could get her to be like the Rachel Ray of our placenta.
Yeah.
Pamela Placenta.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought that I was like, man, this woman is just she's getting in on our idea.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
So this one might cause some controversy. I
Placenta
don't know.
recipe. I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah. So how do you put your shoes on?
Try not to. I try to not wear shoes at all, especially if you pee in the shower and you have athlete's foot.
I'm telling you, dude, that works because I had it when I was in high school, and I heard that.
Why you had it?
No, I had it. Then I heard, hey, pee on your feet, and so I started doing it. I cured athlete's feet, never had it again. But anyways, back to the shoes. How do you put your socks and shoes on?
I put both my socks on, and then I put my shoes on.
That's how I do it. But you wouldn't believe the amount of people that I have asked, and they say sock, shoe, sock, shoe.
That's dumb.
Yeah, to me that throws your balance off. First off,
you're gonna have back problems.
Yeah,
sock,
because
shoe.
I don't know about you, because I lift one leg up, put my sock on, lift the other one up, put the other sock on, then I step into my shoes, and I'm out the door.
Do you not tie your shoes?
No, my shoes never, unless they come untied for.
Do you know
my
how
daughter
to tie your
untied
shoe?
them. Yeah, I know how to tie them.
I'm just wondering if your wife ties your shoes for you.
No, I tie my shoes. Okay. I tie them to where they don't come apart. That way I can just slide them on and off.
That's not very good support.
Oh, it's great support.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
So loose. You need good support.
I will tell you, so for my birthday, I know this is kind of, but I got some of those Hoka slides. They're called recovery slides. Amazing. Feels like I'm walking on marshmallows.
Do they look like you should be playing volleyball or soccer, and you have how those athletes, they'll take off their cleats or their court shoes and then put on those slides? Is it that kind of slide?
Basically, yeah. It's just a black flip-flop kind of sandal slide.
I think when you say slide, I think of grandparent, old people slides
But it's got the Hoka heel and everything. It's super nice, dude.
My dad took a pair of Hokas and turned them into golf cleats.
How do you do that?
They make
shoot spikes in them.
Yeah. Well, no, it has one of the. There's there's a company that makes a kit to where you can basically just screw in that spike into the bottom of any shoe. You could turn any shoe into it. So he loves Hokas, and he feels like they're the most. They're comfortable. They're best for his knees. His knees replaced.
I like Hokas, but I like my long clouds better.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had a pair of Hokas, so I can't compare. I love On Clouds, but I wish they would be. They're too expensive.
What?
Both of them, Hokas and On Clouds.
Stupid expensive. But anyways,
somebody loves you enough to give you the Hoka slides, though. It sounds like a dance. Do the Hoka slide,
dude. They're nice. Same there. I put my socks on first.
Do you wear socks with your slides?
Absolutely. Because my feet will sweat on that material.
That's how you get athlete's foot.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a science teacher that told me.
So, I don't even wear Crocs without my socks. I'm a Croc and sock.
I just don't.
I'm a shoebie, as in Rocket Power would say. Remember Rocket Power?
Rocket Power, no.
As the skateboard cartoon on Nickelodeon?
No.
Otto and all them, and they hated the shoebies because the shoebies wore socks and sandals.
No, I never watched that. I didn't even know.
I'm a shoebie.
Shoebie doo wop.
Yeah. So, do you know anybody that does the sock shoe?
No, I feel like anybody who does that would be ashamed to do that and wouldn't just go around advertising.
Be afraid to admit it.
Yeah, that's like saying that you really like to eat Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. Who you like to eat Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, I can tolerate them. I can tolerate them. I don't love them. I know they're good for you.
I hate them.
Oh.
I hate anything that's green.
Well.
So. But yeah, so.
Maybe some of our people are sock shoe kind of person.
Yeah, and if you are, comment on our Facebook page.
Or keep it to yourself. Nobody wants to know that.
I would love to know that. That way I can make fun of you.
Yeah. See? Now they're never going to come out and say it because this kid's going to make fun of them. You can whisper it to me. I won't tell anybody because I would be embarrassed to know you and know that you did that.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to out you, but you can tell me.
Yeah. So I know you like to read.
And then I'll tell Kit, and then Kit will make fun of you.
Yeah. So I know you like to read. So is listening...
I don't like to read. Who told you that?
Just the amount of books you have, you like to read.
I do like to read. Well, I'm required to read a lot for my profession.
Okay, so...
It doesn't mean that
Okay, let's just say it this way. You read a lot.
Okay.
Is listening to audiobooks the same as reading?
Yes. It's the same content. I would think. I mean, it's just, you're getting the same content. You're just not putting in the effort it takes to read.
I'm pretty sure the other day you told me no.
What?
That it wasn't the same. Because I listen to audiobooks. I listen to a lot of audiobooks.
I may have just been
but I
giving
don't.
you a hard time.
I don't like to sit down and actually open the book and read.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's certain
One, because my house is just chaotic with 4 kids, and and it's hard to actually focus.
What kind of book? Give me an example of a book.
Of what do you mean?
Give me an example of a book.
That I'm listening to?
No, I'm just saying a book in general, and I'll tell you if it's better to read it or listen to it.
Holes.
Holes.
I don't know. I watched that movie with the kids last night.
I'm sure that one is just as good to read and listen to. You can listen
Harry
to
Potter.
it. That's dumb. That's stupid. You shouldn't read that at all. It's witchcraft. No, I would say listening to it is just as good as
The Bible.
The Bible, I feel like you should read. You should visibly and mentally read it versus listening to it. Because here's the thing, I think there's so many details and nuances of the Bible that if you don't read it and you don't really stop and contemplate the Bible, you're going to miss something very important. Because I know for me, I listen to a lot of books. I probably listen to more books than I read. And I catch myself distracted by doing something else. Usually the only time I really listen to a book is when I'm in the car, going somewhere, traveling. Even if it's just around town, I'll listen to it for 5-10 minutes. But I miss things, and then I'm like,
what happened?
Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
And so I think when you read the Bible, you physically need to read it, not just listen to it. I will say there are some, there's Snoop Dogg reading the Bible is entertaining to a certain point. Or what is it? Morgan Freeman. I mean, those are entertaining. But at the same time, I think we've gotten out of the habit of actually physically opening up the Bible and looking in, and it's even different from an iPad. I would even say pull out the actual Bible, the pages, to where you can flip through the pages, to where you can highlight, to where you can make notes, and those kind of things. To me, that's really studying and taking in. It's a book that it has life application to.
Yeah. For sure.
I think if it's any book like that, then yes, you should read it with your own eyes, filter it through your mind versus filtering it through your ears.
Yeah.
That's why I say certain books, certain types, you can listen to, but if it's for entertainment, if it's for, if it has no intrinsic value that's going to impact your life in a eternal matter.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I'm the same boat you are. I listen to more audiobooks than actually reading the books. So yes.
And that's one of the things though too. I remember several years back in a way for me and my wife to kind of have a commonality. We went through a book. We read a book together, and it wasn't like a marriage book or anything. It was just like a fiction book that she was reading, and I thought, hey, I want to be able to have a conversation with her, talk to her about this, and so I picked it up too. We had it wasn't an audiobook. It was like the Nook. I remember when Nooks first came out, the Barnes and Noble, like Amazon, Kindles and stuff like that. And so we would read and bookmark our different places. And then at night, like when we were getting ready for bed, when we laid down, we would have this conversation. So what did you think about this main character? What did you was that dumb? Or like, oh, don't ruin it to me. I haven't got to that point yet.
Shut up.
I mean, and it was a neat way for us to connect a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
I showed an interest in something because she's a bookworm. She will read like crazy. And it was a struggle for me. And I did it for a couple of books. And, and I miss having that connection and stuff like that, even to this day, but we connect in other ways too. It was like she loves quality time. That's her love language. Yeah. And that was just our way.
And that's the thing for me too, is like, I can't sit down and open a book and just sit there and read because I feel like there's 100 other things that I need to be doing.
Yeah. I'm not a fast reader either.
Me either.
And I think I have a touch of dyslexia too.
So I can throw my headphones in, put a book on, and I can, still do stuff and still pay attention to the book to know what's going on. And so that's why I'm like, oh yeah, audiobooks, that's for me.
So let me ask you this. Growing up and having kids and your kids growing up, did your wife ever spell stuff out to you? Like,
yeah, when they were when they were first learning words and stuff.
So they wouldn't know what you're talking about. She would spell it out.
Yeah. And like getting rid of the BOTTLE, the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's, yeah.
Like I struggled to understand what you just said, but you spelled it so fast.
Because we're kind of going through that stage right now with Collie Girl. I mean, we're just, having to get stuff like the snacks and all that.
Yeah, Mindy will show me like a greeting card or something, or she'll spell something out like that. She'll show me a card, and like and she'll just do this, and like would take her normally like 3 seconds to read. It took me like 11, 12 seconds, and she was like, "Are you not done? What are you doing? I'm trying to sound out this word."
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm dumb.
Yeah. No, I mean, I went through that phase, but I get. In college, when I was in the college stage, I would like to read a lot more. And when before Caden, I would like to read, and because I struggled growing up reading as well. And like,
I didn't go to a reading lab and all that.
Yeah, but like everyone else had phonics in first, second grade. Like I don't recall having any kind of phonics, and so like breaking down words and all that, I'm like, oh,
that was dumb.
Yeah,
I remember having to go to like summer, go into like a reading lab type place.
Yeah.
Ugh. And a lot of it is like, I could read, like, I just didn't want to and didn't care. And so I would read the words and just not comprehend it. And, like, I read it.
Yeah.
Read every single word of it. I just don't care.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, this next part is kind of like a food section, and a lot of it's really dumb. But like I said,
Is placenta on it?
No, but we can probably add to that. But like I said, with all the debate and everything, the presidentials and election going on, I just wanted a kind of a fun debate episode just to lighten the mood of everybody. Cereal. What's your favorite cereal?
Right now I have Honey Bunches of Oats, but that's my old man.
That's your old man fave?
Yeah.
What's your all-time fave?
Remember Sugar Smack?
Sure, I remember Smacks. I don't remember it being called Sugar Smack.
Well, there's a couple different versions of it, like different companies, but Sugar Smack, I guess, may have been like the Walmart version of Great Value.
Yeah, I remember Smacks.
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, I loved it. It was kind of like eating little pellets of styrofoam, but dipped in sugar.
Yeah, I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I like it too. I'm not
the Waffle Crisp. Oh, man.
I like Lucky Charms and the little marshmallows in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I have an affinity for like things that feel like styrofoam because
the marshmallows and
Sugar Smacks.
But anyways, so would you consider cereal? Sorry, I was trying to put both those words together. But would you consider cereal a soup? Because there are cold soups.
Absolutely not. What? No.
So why not?
Get on your phone and look up definition of soup. What makes a soup a soup? Look it up. To me, yes, there are cold soups, but they are full of multiple elements, vegetables and things like that.
So, it says soup is a liquid food made by cooking meat, seafood, vegetables, whatever that word is, in a liquid base, such as stock, water, or milk.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. You could.
The liquid base makes up a food, a soup.
It doesn't have meat. It doesn't have.
No, but vegetables. It could be whatever that is.
Let me see. Legumes.
What is legumes?
Beans.
Whatever. So let's do this.
Look who can read. I can read. No, to me, it's. Let's see. I guess you could maybe say that like oatmeal could be a soup.
Yeah.
But just because it's a grain, I don't know if you consider, or is there a difference between grain and vegetables? I think there is. So therefore, I think you could even separate them.
So a soup is considered, a cold soup is considered cold if it's not cooked and is made with raw ingredients like fruits, vegetables, and herbs.
Vegetables. Vegetables is like the key.
Or fruits.
It goes
It says
over.
fruits.
I know.
How many cereals have fruits in them, though?
I mean, maybe 20% of them. But that's not the premise of it, though.
I want a cold soup in the morning, and it's called cereal.
Well, that sounds French. Cereal.
There we go.
It's no. Soup and cereal are different. No. They're cooked, though. I just don't see how, like, cereal's
Not a cold
cooked.
one, according to Google. It says raw ingredients.
No, I still don't. No. How in your right mind? You're just saying this to be debatable right now.
You're absolutely right. I would never call a cereal a soup, but we are going to debate this.
It is not. I mean, are you going to put sausage in your cereal? Are you going to put like a slice of tomato, which tomato's a fruit, but are you going to...
That's the next thing that we can talk about.
Are you going to put a slice of okra?
No.
Some onions in your soup?
No. I don't like okra.
Onions?
I would. In my soup, yeah.
I'm saying in your cereal.
You said soup at first.
Would you put onion in your cereal?
Depending on what kind of cereal I was eating. Maybe with honey bunches of oats, it'd give it a little kick.
Oh, man, that would make your farts so smelly. I mean, that would make your... Because every morning, like you eat cereal in the morning, I know you can eat it in the evening. Like it may be a good before you go to bed snack or something. But you eat cereal, you drink a cup of coffee. Coffee is a natural laxative. Can you imagine after you eat your honey bunches of oats with onions in it and you drink your cup of coffee and you go poo-poo?
Man.
Like onion
The
cereal.
burn.
Oh my gosh.
The burn.
I remember like when Curry was born, my parents and her parents came to the hospital. We lived out in LaGrange, or we lived in Giddings, but the hospital was in LaGrange, which is about 40 minutes from Austin. And my dad loves Papados.
Yeah.
And so him and my father-in-law, they went to Papados and bought a gallon of lobster bisque.
I love lobster
And
bisque.
she brought it back, and we ate some of it. Mindy ate some, and then she nursed. Now, all that onion...
Sorry for Curry.
Oh, man, he was so gassy and mad.
That's funny.
I was like, oh, my gosh. And then I imagine if you had onions in your honey bunches of oats, it would probably make your boob juice sour, too.
Boob juice. So, well, you said something about tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
And so tomatoes make ketchup.
They do.
So would you consider, which they say tomato is a fruit.
Tomato is a fruit.
So is ketchup a fruit smoothie?
No.
Why not?
To make a smoothie, it requires multiple things, though. You're taking...
Okay, ketchup has multiple things if we want to break this down.
Okay.
So ketchup has, obviously, tomatoes, vinegar, salt, sugar,
Okay.
cornstarch.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know about you, but I keep
cook it, though.
I keep my ketchup in the refrigerator, so therefore it's cold.
Yeah, but you have to cook those things. Bring them to a heat.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. Google it away. Yeah, you would have to, first you have to peel and do all kinds of things to that tomato in order to get it to the point to where you could cook. And you mix all of those things together in a heated element to where they chemically combine to make that one thing. A smoothie, you take a raw fruit, and then you throw it in the blender with ice and milk.
You're saying that we can't do that with ketchup?
No, you can't do that and get what we call ketchup.
You don't think so?
No.
I think
You gonna try it? I will say I've been to some third world countries.
We ought to try it. Can.
And I've had ketchup that wasn't ketchup.
Ketchup?
They called it ketchup,
But it wasn't ketchup.
It was like a red gel. It was like, have you ever seen like those cake decorating things to where it adds a bag?
Oh, icing, yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it looked like.
Did it taste like it?
It didn't. No, I wish it would have. It would have been sweet.
So what did it taste like?
It tasted like blah. Like it didn't have any salt. It didn't have hardly... I don't think it had vinegar in it. I mean, I don't know how they did it. They may have just taken ketchup and put ice in it and blended it up, put tomatoes and then blended it up and let it sit to room temperature. That's what they may have done. But it's not ketchup. No.
Okay.
It happened the
Fine.
very first time I went to Africa, and then I knew the next time I go to Africa, like I'm bringing my own ketchup. But seriously, like I went like 2 times by myself. The last time I went was with my wife. It was her first time, and I'm like, we're taking a giant bottle of Heinz ketchup, and we're taking our own coffee too, because they have instant coffee, and then they have this janky thing that they call ketchup.
Ketchup.
But I mean, and that's one of the big things that we eat. We could get like a steak and French fries, like ridiculous, like cheap. It was like dumb, and so that's what I mean. I would eat a steak and French fries for breakfast. I didn't every time. I mean, they actually had some pretty decent like sausage. It wasn't like your traditional sausage,
Right.
but it was. I mean, it was interesting.
So no fruit smoothie.
No fruit smoothie. Like I'll make you a tomato smoothie if you want me to.
No. Do you like Hot Pockets?
I like their slogan. Hot Pocket. Their jingle.
So you know you don't like Hot Pockets?
I like Hot Pockets.
What's your favorite?
I don't like the aspect of it like it has to be cooked just right. And there's like a scientific way to do it. It's like rocket science almost. Like if you don't do it right, it's either going to be still stone cold and crunchy in the middle, or it's going to be so blazing hot that it leaves a scab on the roof of your mouth and you can't
That's
taste
the only
anything.
way to eat a Hot Pocket.
No.
If it burns the snot out of you.
Gosh, no, I hate it when it happens.
Anyway,
And
what's your favorite Hot Pocket?
I mean, it's the traditional, like,
Pizza?
yeah, pizza.
I like the ham and cheese one too.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I also like the strawberry ones.
strawberry ones.
Yeah. Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
They're in the same category as a Hot Pocket.
I could see that, I guess.
How do you cook your Pop-Tarts?
in
or-
a toaster.
You toast them?
Yeah.
I put mine in the
Toaster.
microwave for about 10 seconds.
No.
Toaster strudels?
Toaster strudels in a toaster. That's like in
Yeah,
the name.
but I'm just saying, do you consider that like all the same family?
I mean, I guess you could consider it that way.
Because I've seen a lot of toaster strudels. I mean, they've come up in their game, dude.
Toaster strudels, yeah, like they have the egg scrambled
They got the
ones.
scramblers now.
Yeah.
They're not very good, but
Yeah.
but yeah.
And it's almost like the toaster doesn't, if you keep them in the freezer, it doesn't get them warm enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like to put them in the toaster.
Yeah.
Like you need to have like a toaster oven.
Yeah. You do.
To
Most
do that.
definitely.
Or maybe an air fryer.
Ooh, I bet that'd be good.
Air fry.
Yeah, air fry. Air fry Pop-Tart.
I feel like that would be excessive though.
I tell you, when we went to Vegas, we went to the donut bar, which is not a bar. They just call it a donut bar. It's a donut shop.
Justified.
But they had a donut or a Pop-Tart donut. And so basically what it is like your Long Johns, and they dipped it, or they put the Pop-Tart in the middle of it. It was amazing.
Let me ask you about Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
Do you, like Hot Pockets, they should make a little jingle, the Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, should.
No, do you, like
Ask away.
Pop-Tarts, frosting or no frosting on top?
Frosting, for sure.
Like, why did they ever make a Pop-Tart without the frosting on it?
Which one doesn't have the frosting on it?
They make them.
Really?
Without-
I've never seen one.
Oh my gosh. And you call yourself a Pop-Tart connoisseur. Well, I never heard you say that, but I would.
I'm
You
not
talk-
a Pop-Tart connoisseur.
You talk about
But I
it
do-
like you are.
Well, okay. I have 2 or 3.
I haven't had a Pop-Tart in a long time.
I have 3. I like the cookies and cream one, and that's like more like the afternoon snack one. Then in the mornings I'll either have the strawberry or the cherry.
Yeah, like those are the classic. Like anytime they do like the s'more.
I'm not a big blueberry fan one.
I like blueberry.
I'm not a brown. My kids love the brown sugar,
Yeah.
cinnamon one. I'm
That's
not that one.
borderline in my opinion.
But
But anytime you make like a s'mores one or a cookies and cream or a snickerdoodle, snickerdoodle to me is just like the cinnamon one.
yeah, that's dumb.
But yeah, those are gross to me. I would just like
I will
stick-
say, so I did have the. Did you ever see when they came up with like the Fruit Loop ones?
I vaguely remember that. I never had it.
And it tastes like a bowl of Fruit Loop milk. Basically, it tasted like the milk. Like you would drink it after you eat the Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
You know, I had that taste.
Yeah.
That's what it tasted like. It didn't taste like Fruit Loops. What's your favorite Fruit Loop? What's your favorite color?
Fruit Loop color.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know either. That was just a dumb question.
do they taste different?
No, they don't taste different. They all taste like fruit.
Well, I mean,
The only reason why they colored them is to give you the idea that they taste different. If not, you would just have a bunch of...
Are you a big... You said something about
yellow
drinking
circles.
the milk out of the Fruit Loops. Are you a big drinker of the milk?
No,
after
I don't ever drink the milk.
you
But
pour it out? It seems very wasteful.
it is. Oh, I agree. 100%, but I don't do it.
Like, I remember...
If I want milk, I'll drink a glass of regular milk. I don't want it flavored.
I remember, like, when my son, like, first started making his own breakfast stuff for himself, and he poured way too much milk in his bowl of cereal.
I barely pour any in, just to basically for me to dip my spoon and get a little bit of milk with my cereal.
But I remember,
'Cause
like,
I don't want it soggy. Sorry.
I remember making my son drink his bowl of milk because he poured way too much in it. It's like, I'm going to teach him a lesson.
Did you get in the bowl with the straw attached to it?
Like, you're going to drink it straight up. And my wife was there, and he was, like, looking at me like, I got to
Crying.
drink all this. And he's, like, gagging because I'm like, you're going to drink it. Like, you're going to learn this lesson. Drink this milk. Like, and he, like, and finally, Mindy is like, quit. Don't make him. He's going to throw up. I'm like, well,
Learn his lesson, right?
he learned his lesson. And to this day, I would almost guarantee you that he doesn't pour too much milk.
Like I said, I barely pour enough to cover the bottom.
I'll drink my milk out of my cereal bowl.
No.
Like if it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I mean, like that's like good flavored milk. It's like cinnamon and sugar milk. That's awesome. You could almost take that cereal milk, add an egg, and then dip your toast, your bread
French
in,
toast.
and make French toast out of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
You probably could.
I'm just saying that's
You probably
right
could.
there. So what's your next one?
Crunchy
Crunchy,
or smooth peanut butter?
smooth butter. I like crunchy.
Dude.
I do. I mean, I'm not saying I like it
To a
every single
point.
time,
To a point, I can understand.
but I like crunchy every now and then. We don't ever have it, so like I remember bought it like probably like 7 months ago, and probably there's still some in the pantry right now because that was like the only one. But like if I'm making a sandwich, yeah, I want smooth peanut butter, but every now and then I just want like a spoonful of peanut butter, and I would like to have crunchy.
You know, I'm just a smooth kind of guy, and I think the
You
deal
are
is
smooth. You're
is that
smooth.
my
You're so smooth.
my ninny, my grandmother, like we call her ninny, that's all they would have was crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah. They make it themselves.
No, they didn't make them themselves. And, you know, we went to Cracker Barrel this past Sunday. Both of our families did. And so they didn't believe in, like, regular jelly. All they had was apple butter, you know. And so when I asked for a peanut butter jelly sandwich, it was a peanut butter, apple butter sandwich, which is good. But,
This is your ninny?
yeah.
Okay. I was making sure you weren't talking about Cracker Barrel.
And so,
I'm like, I had jelly on my biscuit.
yeah. I think just growing up, because we would always go spend the summers there, that I just got burnt out on crunchy peanut butter.
And then you asked for apple butter.
But I
at
love
Cracker
apple
Barrel.
butter, and I think that's just more of a sentimental thing that reminds me of my grandmother. And so, yeah, if I can get apple butter, I'll get. I mean, normally I have a jar at the house too.
Mindy likes it. My wife
I love
likes
it. I love it. But
Hey, I could take it or leave it.
you're missing out. But anyways,
I said I could take it or leave it.
you're missing out.
Kind of a big deal here.
But no, I'm a smooth kind of guy.
Smooth.
It's got to be Peter Pan now.
I don't. Is there really that much of a difference?
Oh, there's a huge difference between Great Value and Peter Pan.
Great value. What about Jif though?
I can do Jif, but if I'm buying it, I'm buying Peter Pan.
You're just a lost boy.
I am. Lost boy. Anyways,
Is that what? Like, are you like infatuated with Wendy?
yeah, absolutely.
That's not
No,
why.
not really.
I'm always afraid Peter Pan, the shadow, is going to come at me.
So, but I know this one kind of stirs the pot for a lot of people.
Stir it away.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yeah, you can have pineapple on a pizza. I like it.
Do you like it?
I like it.
I do too.
Pineapple on a lot of different things.
I do too. And
Pineapple on my hamburger.
I love pineapple on my street tacos, which a lot of people think that's kind of weird, but man, it's so good with that pastor meat. But there are tons of people out there, and I know a lot of them too.
They think it's a sin.
Yeah, they're like, pineapple
Yeah.
don't belong on pizza or street tacos.
Yeah,
And I'm like, you're wrong, buddy.
you can. I love pineapple. Like I
do too.
like it. I mean, it's just one of those things that to me, it's one of nature's candies.
Yeah, it's super sweet, and to me, like on my tacos, it just brings out the savory and sweet both.
I remember going on a mission trip, and we were in, I want to say we were south part of Kenya, and there was the Dole plantation. They had pineapples in the ground, like they grow in the ground. A lot, for some reason, people think they grow on a tree or something.
No, they don't.
But there was pineapple fields as far as the eye could see. And it was so incredible to watch people work that farm. And it was just, man. And that's one of the things. You could go anywhere almost in the world and find pineapple.
Yeah.
Like I've had it in Kenya. I've had it in Haiti. I mean, I've had it in all of these third world countries. And it's a staple there. And it's, so, like, for some reason, it's so much sweeter there. I guess because it's not processed and gone through chemical. It doesn't have that wax on it like what you would get at our grocery store. They just pull it out of the ground. They chopped it up. Oh, my gosh.
Same with watermelon.
Put the hurt on you.
Yeah.
Because there's so many other things that I'd be so leery of eating. They presented us a fish with its head on it and eyeballs and all that. I'm like, can I just get some pineapple with this?
Yeah. Just bring me pineapple so I can cover it with this head. But no, man.
I probably would have eaten that fish if it was covered in pineapple.
You wouldn't have?
I would have.
I would have. Oh, yeah. What stuff?
I nibbled at it, and then I had all the other people, the local people, was like, are you going to finish that? I'm like, I thought I did. Like, no, you got to eat the eyeballs. You got to.
No.
There's so much more meat on here. I'm like, you can have it.
Yeah. Well, man, that's all the questions I have, unless you have something that you think we could debate on.
Would you put pineapple on your placenta?
Never had placenta, but probably. There's not much I wouldn't put pineapple on. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. My wife loves pineapple too.
I like the pineapple Dole Whips.
Ooh.
Oh, don't even get me started. I'm so excited. 'Cause I'm going in 9 days.
That is. Y'all are going pretty quick.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So.
Eat one for me.
But anyways, do you have anything else?
That's all I got, dude.
Well, like I said, I mean, the whole purpose of this was just kind of lighten this presidential debate and this time of season that's going on. So hopefully you enjoyed it.
I'm voting for pineapple.
If you have any comments or, things that y'all would like to say about our debates, let us know on our Facebook page.
Yeah, if you totally disagree with me
or me,
you're wrong.
Or agree with me and not with him, let us know on our Facebook page at Trophy Bros. Other than that, man, that's all I got.
What's your win, dude?
Oh, what's my win?
We always do this.
Yeah, always. And I almost forgot, too.
Almost forgot.
But anyways, my win is that...
You're going to Disney in 9 days.
We are going to Disney in 9 days.
That's not a win yet,
Yes,
though.
it is.
Not yet.
Because it's the time that we get to spend family quality time together and just have a great time and just kind of forget about all the stuff that's been going on. There's been a rough couple months just with, deaths and stuff like that. And so just to kind of get away and kind of just check out and just have some fun and forget about, everyday life. And
how many times have you been to Disney?
This will be my 5th time and my kid's 4th, I think, for most of them. Baby's 2nd time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, we're looking forward to it. A lot of new attractions going on at Disney. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, this will be like your daughter is 2 years old, right?
2 years old, 2nd time going.
This will be her 2nd time.
Yeah, we took her when she was
this is setting the precedent.
6 weeks, 7 weeks old, 8 weeks old.
Now she thinks she has to go every year.
No, she's going every 2 years. That's our plan.
Oh my gosh, I can't go that often.
Well, they're continuously changing things.
I know, but I want to go somewhere different and experience different things.
Well, that's why we do that on the off years.
Yeah.
So we try to do something every year.
Yeah.
So, what's your win?
My win, it is, man, I hadn't really put a lot of thought into this one. It's just being able, with me taking off or transitioning out of one career or one job and waiting to go into the next. To me, it's just been being able to spend time with my families, being able to do things around the house that I haven't done. There's been things in my house that I've wanted to do since we bought our house that I just hadn't had time to do it because I've been so busy. And so for me to be able to have the time to spend with my my family and to do some of these projects together with my family. And then also just time to actually serve my family and not just let them serve me in other ways. It's taking some of the things off of them and doing those things for them that they typically do. Not that it was ever their job to do it, but doing like I did all of our laundry the other day. I did my daughter's laundry, my wife and mine's laundry, folded it and put it away, and things that they were anticipating having to do when they got home, and to be able to serve them in that way, to make dinner every now and then.
You can go to my house and do my laundry anytime.
My wife loves to cook and do all those things, and I enjoy it too. I'm nowhere near as good as she is, but to be able to serve her in that way, to do all of the dishes after we eat, where typically she was the one who did that, and it was shame on me for not doing it more with her and standing alongside with her. But to me, it's just like to have a purpose in my life right now, and when I don't have a job to necessarily go to take on all those things and just to serve my family in the simple, tangible ways that they can see it, to where when we're done eating, we can actually spend time together. It's not somebody who's having to clean up. We're not having to go rush to do laundry.
Yeah.
It's like when we're done and we get home, they all get home, we get to actually spend time as a family together. And it's been fun to hear my daughter tell stories and to laugh with her, and my son to tell his stories and how his day has gone, and just to laugh together and not feel like we have the pressure of having to maintain and do the things in our home to function for the next day.
Yeah.
So for me, that has been a huge win, and it's something that, some people would say, man, you quit your job and you do it, like you must be a wreck and nervous. And like, man, this has actually been the best time for me to be able to pour into my family and serve them like I should have been doing
a long time
ago.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great, dude. But anyways, man, that's my win. That's your win. Until next time.
Peace out.
Peace out. We'll see y'all later.
Thank you for listening to Trophy Bros.
You can reach us through email at trophybrospodcast@gmail.com.
Make sure to also check us out on Facebook.
And if you like our podcast, make sure to like, share, follow, and rate us.
We're the Trophy Bros, and we'll catch you next time.
See ya.